Welcome to episode 18 of the Hot Mess Roundtable. My name is Lauren, and I am a hot mess this week because we got a 6-foot fence, which is super exciting.
Yay.
But the dogs had to stay inside for a whole freaking week while they were putting the fence up. So we're super glad to have the 6-foot fence because Ember can no longer jump it. So we can't get in trouble with the neighbors or animal control. But yeah, it took a week and it was chaos having them in the house because Daisy counter surfs /
Now, they're indoor dogs anyway, aren't they?
They are. Yes, they are. And they have kennels which I know you don't believe in, but they have kennels that
Cages.
they sleep in, or they go have like quiet time in, but they
Play outside.
we like to leave them out as much as possible, which we couldn't do with the 4-foot fence. Mm-hmm. We could leave Daisy out there, our puppy, which we have to do a lot. Anytime a kid's eating, she has to either be in a kennel or outside because she will just eat off the table or Goldie's high chair. Andy's fine because she's a Boston, so she's like little tiny. Mm-hmm. But we need to be able to put Daisy in the backyard. And then Ember, we could not leave out there unsupervised because she jumped the fence. Now, with the 6-foot fence, we can leave all 3 of them out there. They can just play all day long.
Nice.
And come in the evening and
go to
their
sleep.
kennels and go to bed.
That's good.
That's Dudley. Dudley would prefer to be outside than inside,
Yeah.
honestly.
They like it out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a really stupid amount of money when we had a perfectly good 4-foot fence, but it's fine. Matt keeps saying it's worth it.
No,
It's worth it.
It's peace of mind too.
It's peace
It's
of mind.
investing in making your life easier.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And so that's definitely worth it.
Definitely, yeah. You're right.
My name's Jordan, and I'm a hot mess this week because I have been traveling so much for work. There's been so much travel the last month that I feel, and not a lot of travel. I don't know. I just feel like there's been a lot more needing to be in the office days or going to St. Louis days, and it's just been crazy. So last week when Amanda came over, my entire kitchen table was just covered in luggage and just sadness from me traveling. And so I'm trying to.
It probably looked like mine in your house. Lauren,
Yeah, normal,
honestly.
on a normal day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been trying to spend the last week just getting everything reset from being gone for so long. And it's hard. You don't realize how much travel takes a toll on just your normal daily life.
Yeah.
And of course, my husband was sick the entire time I was traveling.
Oh,
and
no.
so,
Well, that was a plus for you not being here.
yeah, it was nice to not be here, but also he didn't do anything to help.
Yeah.
My name's Amanda, and I'm a hot mess this week because I just realized literally on the drive over here that our vacation is in 3.5 weeks. And
Woo!
well, I'm not ready. I'm so not ready.
You're going to the beach, though. What all do you have to do?
I can go in your place.
If you want to.
I can get you ready in an hour. What all do you got to get it done?
Oh, well, Cliff is actually at the shop right now working on the trailer because we're taking
Nice.
our kayaks with us.
Oh, nice.
So he wanted to make sure that we had, the trailer was good to take the kayaks, and he's building a big compartment to put all of our stuff in so we don't have to worry about it being out. So yeah, I'm just okay, we've got to do this and this and this before we leave. And yeah, it's coming so quick. It's everybody's excited about it, but it's oh shit, I'm not ready. So just I think I'm just going to sit down when I get home and just be this is what we need to do. And I need to do that organization list and make sure I get everything ready. So I'm sure we're going to forget something. And if we do, oh well, but
Sneaks up on you.
yeah,
It does.
It really does.
I was feeling a little bit like that too. We're going to Vegas at the end of May, and I was feeling a little bit like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we sat down just a couple days ago and got all our show tickets bought and did all the stuff. So
Yeah.
my husband, I don't know why he thought this was going to be work, and this isn't really his idea either. But he keeps watching all these TikToks that are oh, you shouldn't buy any tickets in advance. You should buy them while there. They'll be so much cheaper, and you'll get in line.
They
And I'm
won't.
that is for drunk college students, not people with jobs who can afford to buy their stuff ahead of time and not
Yeah.
stand in
Right.
long lines or worry about
Yeah.
things.
Right.
And it's not for people who are 6'3" and have to have an aisle seat at every show they go to. This is not, and it's not for wives that are OCD and can't handle this.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
You have to have a plan.
Yes, and I want to know exactly what shows I'm going to on which days and what events I'm doing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I want to know what restaurants we're going to eat at. And I want to make my reservations. And like, yeah, I just want it to all be done so we can get there and we can have well planned out fun.
Yes. Well planned out fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I got him to do it a couple days ago, and it didn't take that long.
Well, good.
But I thought like that, just the entire thought that he was like thought that would be okay for either one of us. Really, I was like,
yeah.
I want to see you watch a show in the middle of the aisle, like behind a column, and see like how you do. You know?
No, I can't imagine that.
There's another future job for you, Jordan, travel agent.
Travel agency.
Yeah, if your current one doesn't work out.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, that's a lot of talking to people, I feel like.
Oh, you could just do it all through email.
Yeah.
Digital only.
Digital only.
I don't even have a phone number.
This is all you get is my email.
Well, ladies, we are back with our second part of our Mother's Day special, which is exciting.
Yes, it's a good one.
What are we drinking this week?
I don't know. What are we drinking? Isn't it yours?
It was my idea. Yeah. So these are a little twist on a classic screwdriver. So we've got OJ and Kettle One vodka. We went back to the Kettle One. It's like peach and orange blossom vodka, which we bought like 2 years ago and never opened. And then we opened it, I don't know, like a month or two ago for a different drink. Yeah. And I thought it was really yummy. So I thought, oh, we should make screwdrivers out of this. So here we go.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, ladies. Oh, it's good.
Oh, that's really good.
Mm-hmm. That is good.
That Kettle One vodka is delicious. If anyone hasn't tried it, like you should. And I'm thinking we should get the other flavors now.
Yeah, it is really good.
Because I do think there's several different flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jordan, this was something that Jordan bought me as a housewarming gift 2 years ago.
And we never opened it.
It's been in my bar cabinet, which was great, just in case. But I never drink liquor at home. Sometimes Matt will have a glass of whiskey, but I just don't really drink that much anyways.
I don't either. And so unless like I'm with you guys, so or my parents or somebody. So
yeah.
Now it's over here and we've used it twice and it's great.
It is. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
All right. So motherhood. We're back to motherhood. So let me ask you guys this, because I feel like last week we got to ask some fun questions of my mom and of Cameron, and we got to ask Amanda some fun questions about being a mom, but I feel like we didn't really get to drill Lauren on being a mom.
Oh, great. Okay.
Lauren, what's your favorite thing about being a mom?
I have always said that my favorite thing about being a mom, because I have 4, is the way they interact with each other and their relationships. And I think I have really great relationships with my brothers, and my dad growing up always really impressed on us that, you know, you might lose friends, you might lose cousins, you might lose, other people in your life, but your siblings should always be there for you. And so we are all very close. We've been through a lot of stuff together. And I have 2 younger brothers. I love seeing my own kids have all their little individual relationships and how they interact with each other. Mm-hmm. It's just absolutely, it's really precious. I'm like able go to give Goldie hugs and kisses, but he just like lays on top of her and I'm like, you're going to kill her. You're going to suffocate her, like get off of her. But he's just loves her so much. He just can't contain himself. So, yeah, that's my favorite part.
I love it. What's the hardest part of being a mom?
Just the amount of work. It's a lot of work.
It's definitely a full-time job on top of a full-time job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's no privacy. Like if I pee, the kids are in the bathroom with me. If I'm showering, the kids are in there wanting to know why they can't also get in the shower with me. There is no privacy. There's no quiet time. It's just constant. This morning, Matt had a car show that he was working at for his job that he sponsors. And I started we were going to go see him. And it took us like an hour and a half to get out of the house. And that was just getting them dressed. They'd already eaten. Helen wanted chocolate chip pancakes. I made chocolate chip pancakes. Okay, well then she wanted another chocolate chip pancake. Well then also, can I tie this balloon on the back of her chair that's floating around? And then, can I change the channel? They want YouTube Kids on, and it's not on YouTube Kids. It's on Netflix, and they can't get the zapper to work. And it's just constant. And to do that times 4. This morning it was 3 because Collier's at his dad's, but it's just chaos. It's like constantly living in chaos.
Yep. Yeah. So what do you do for your own self-care to like be able to keep yourself going and to help with your resiliency?
I do this.
Podcasting with me. Yeah.
I get a facial once a month. That's kind of my like away time.
Which your skin looks amazing lately, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I just had one Thursday.
Oh,
Ashley takes really good care of it. Yeah, Matt's also really good. If I'm like, I'm tapping out, he'll just be like, okay, I got it. You go lay in the bed, play on your phone. Or I really love to cook dinner, but I don't like to try to entertain the kids while I do it. So a lot of times when he gets home from work, I'm like, okay, they're yours. And I put my headphones in and cook dinner.
Oh, that's nice.
And and it's kind of like my 30 minutes of quiet time. So I don't know. You just try to find those quiet moments when you can.
Especially when they're little. That's hard.
Yeah.
But once they get older, it does get a little bit easier. Mine are all hermits now.
Yeah. They just want to be in their own rooms.
Jake's
and
in his room.
thing.
Cameron's downstairs. And it's like yelling when everything's finally ready. And then, okay, well, hurry up.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Where are you?
Where are you? I'll yell at Cameron 2 or 3 times. And she's like, I'm coming. I'm like, okay.
So how's it different, Amanda, parenting teens versus the little stage?
The teenagers I feel like they don't need as much of my attention. There are some times when, it's so funny. I'll get a random text from Cam. She's like, Mom, come down here. Can't you just yell up the stairs instead of texting me? And I'll go down there and she'll want me to talk to her. And then here comes Jacob and she's like, get out of here. I'm talking to Mom. It's like, okay. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I was leaving to come over here today, I went in to say bye to Jacob. He was playing his video games, and he had his VR headset on. And he looks up at me so he can kind of see out underneath it. And he's like, I want to give you a hug, but I'm going to beat you with my headset. And I'm like, well, you could take it off, but okay.
Your choice, buddy. Yeah. I'm leaving.
Yeah. I got a high five. So
okay, there you go.
But yeah,
so
cute. They're needy for some things, but not everything.
Yeah.
So
that gets easier.
It is easier, but honestly, sometimes it's harder on me because I'm like, I still want, and especially
want to take care of them.
I still want to take care of them, especially with M gone,
Yeah.
It's, I'm a little bit more, like I said, of a helicopter parent that, I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I know what you're doing.
Right.
But, it does get easier.
Yeah.
But you'll miss it when they're little. We watch videos and I see these little ones and I'm like, oh, like the picture you posted of Goldie the other day. I was just like, oh my God, she's just so adorable.
Yeah. I told Matt that just yesterday. I said, we're really struggling right now. Not in our marriage, but just with life. In general. And the house is constantly a mess. And, our finances sometimes feel like a mess and it's always something. And the kids are, with Helen's diagnosis now, she hasn't formally been diagnosed, but I know what she has, and so trying to parent to that is changing some things. And so it's just been, the last few weeks have been absolutely miserable. And we both were just like, we're miserable.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what though? I said, it is going to get easier. There are hard ages. Helen's always going to be hard, most likely, but Abe's 3. So that's a hard age. He's just into constantly everything. Yesterday it was beads.
That's what boys do.
He spilled hundreds and hundreds of beads all over the floor yesterday. And then Goldie, she's like in the stage where she has to be contained. So she can either be in her high chair or her walker. Because if I let her out, there's no telling what she'll get into that the other kids have left out. Or she'll be walking evidence of the fact that I need to mop my floors. Because she's been all over them.
Yeah.
So it's just like trying to keep her, contained. It's just a constant. And I said, it's going to get easier. When Goldie's 3 and Abe is, 5 or 6 and Helen's 8, life will be easier. It will. And Collier's easy already, but I'm like, this is the worst. Like, I really hope that, I think the kids, as they mature, it'll be a little less work and a little less chaos.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What traits do you think you get from your mom?
For me, I am, I love to give. Like, I'm a gift giver. And, if I see something that makes me think of somebody that I think they'll like, I'm going to buy it and give it to them. And that's my love language. And that is definitely my mom too. Like, she is just the most giving, like, she would give you the shirt off her back. I mean, I know that's a common saying, but she definitely would. She's just a very, very giving person. And she's really funny, and we have the same kind of dark sense of humor. So I think I get that from her. I'm pretty organized. She's an organizer. Like, I remember my whole life, she's had like a little mini yellow legal pad, and she would have like, SMTW, like each day of the week. And she'd have whatever the plans were just written out that day, like an informal planner. And it always sat right next to the sink. And that was the way she kept everyone organized. I have a little different method, but I think I get those skills from her. I certainly do not get them from my father.
Yeah.
He's not organized. We're a lot alike.
Yeah, my mom and I are a lot alike too. I think people always think that I'm a lot like my dad, but I think I'm actually a lot more like my mom. And I think almost all of my hobbies and passions, like I love to shop, I love to read, I think I get all of that from my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate definitely loves to shop. And when we got her to own it now, so.
She does admit it. Yeah, she does. She did. Did she admit it like on that episode she was
guest hosting? Yeah, she did. She did.
Yeah. She's a shopper. It is what it is.
Well, that's good.
How about you, Amanda?
I think, I don't know if it's a good trait, but I'm a worrier, and my mom always was. So it's like I'm always worried about, what everybody's doing, if the kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I always saw her do that. But, she didn't think I saw her do it. But, it's one of those where it's kind of hidden. And I'm sure Cameron would probably tell you the same thing, that I hide it. But I always worry about them. Just want to make sure everybody's okay. And I think I got my cooking skills from my mom, too.
Oh, I did not get my mom's cooking skills.
My mom was a great cook. And so I think I get those from her. But
yeah,
my mom was a good person. She was loving. She was always, us three kids, we just, my brother and my sister are so much older than I am. So I don't really remember growing up a whole lot with them because my brother, Michael's 11 years older than me. And Shannon is 9 years older than me. And they were both gone by the time I was growing up into the, remembering everything. But, didn't matter. Mom was always like, what are they doing? How's the kids doing and all this? And so she was very caring and watched out for my dad. Took care of my dad because he's hard to take care of. But she never said no. Never said no. If she said no, there was a good reason.
Yeah.
But
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So what do you guys, because you're both moms, what traits from your mom do you see in your own kids?
I saw physical traits from my mom, like in Emily. Mm-hmm. Like Em and my mom had the same hands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They had the same hands.
Wow.
And just little things that Cameron doesn't, I don't know. My mom and Cameron were like complete opposites. Cameron's more like me, and my dad would say that. But yeah, I saw a lot of my mom and Emily. Just good people.
Yeah.
I can't say didn't care. Emily was so independent and so do what she wanted to, and she didn't care what anybody said. My mom was really not that way. She just wanted to make sure, everybody was doing what they needed to. But then towards the end, as my mom got older, she didn't care what anybody thought. She just did her own thing. Pretty sure I heard a couple F-bombs drop out of her mouth too at one point. I was like, oh my God. So what about you?
Physically, 3 of my 4 kids have blue eyes.
Oh, wow.
And Helen is my only child with brown eyes like me. And my mom is my parent that has blue eyes. So, and Matt has like greenish, hazily type eyes. I don't know. They're kind of a weird color to even describe. So I know there's recessive genes there, but they're blue like my mom's. Mm-hmm. And then also my 2 boys are very loving. So Collier and Abe are the type that will give you 100 hugs a day. Aww. And Abe is so sweet. He's 3 now, and he will take my hand or my face in between his hands and like give me a kiss.
Aww.
or just I don't know, squeeze my cheeks and like give me just like lovings. And my mom is just a very loving, warm person. And I think I get that hopefully from her, but I think Collier and Abe both have that too. Hard to say in Helen. She can be that way.
What do you hope your kids remember when they're adults and they look back? What do you hope they remember about their childhood?
The fun that we had.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah. We try to do fun things and, just do things together. I always remembered that with, my parents, and Cliff is the same way, the trips and stuff that we took. And that's why we're taking that initiative and doing it now, which we did before too, but it was harder before. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just how much fun they had and that they feel loved.
Yeah, that's what I really the same thing. Just the fun that we love them. That I just want them all to feel so loved and supported. Yeah. And looking back, just knowing that we did everything we could to give them the best possible life.
Yep.
And yeah, hopefully they don't remember when we're like yelling at them. Hopefully they only remember the good stuff.
I'm sure.
So yeah.
Okay, what advice would you give new moms? A first-time mom,
gosh,
maybe.
a first-time mom, don't do it.
That's not true. You've wanted to be a mom like forever, and you love it.
Don't have 4 because
4 is a lot.
A choice.
4 is a lot.
I don't know. I mean, I think just you're never going to be a perfect mom.
No.
I mean, as we are in the Hot Mess Roundtable, right? Like, you know, what you're comparing yourself to is probably social media, which is fake.
Yep.
Or it's curated.
Yeah.
Growing up, like, I could tell you today that my mom was perfect, but she wouldn't tell you she was.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I only remember the good things.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't remember anything negative about my mom. And so I really hope that my kids feel the same way. But I think that is what I would encourage parents, especially first-time parents. Like, you have to take care of yourselves too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, I remember we had a friend that we worked with, and she told me she only has 1 kiddo. But she told me when she was a baby, she was a single mom. And she was like, sometimes I just have to leave her screaming in her crib. And I would go outside and walk around the block. But it was that or shake her. You know, like it was that or I was so upset. Like, I had to take myself out of the situation. And she was safe. She was in her crib. She wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, she was fed. She was diapered. Like, she was technically in a safe space. And I had to take care of myself at that moment. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That is totally okay. It's not comfortable, but it's okay.
There was many a nights Cliff came home after Emily was born, you know, first time mom. Mm-hmm. And she would be in her room in her crib crying, and I would be in our bedroom sitting on our bed crying. Yeah. And he was just like, what's going on? I'm like, I just needed that break. And I said, so we're both crying, but we're both going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know, you can't expect it to be easy. Just like you said.
Yeah.
Social media makes it look like it's all freaking puppy dogs and roses, and it's not. It's shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are shitty days, and you're going to have those days. Mm-hmm. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel, you know, and then you come out with these beautiful human beings that, you know, you created and you help mold and make good people in this world.
Yeah. And kids are resilient.
They are.
I mean, you look at these kids that have become successful, you know, adults out of poor circumstances.
Yes.
And I mean, if you're doing the best you can, then that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you actually care about like the environment you're raising them in and how you're raising them, and then that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great start, I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. So I just found this really cool article on KentuckyCounselingCenter.com.
Okay.
This is not an endorsement for them because I just found them online, but it says the mental load of motherhood, a 24/7 job. And it says a mother's well-being is affected by a high mental load. 9 out of 10 married women feel that they are solely responsible for household management.
Okay.
The burden of managing the home causes women to feel overpowering anxiety.
Women. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking about that last night. I'm giving Goldie her Zyrtec because she has really bad eczema and she has allergies that cause the eczema. So I'm giving her Zyrtec, and I almost asked Matt if he'd done it, and I was like, "There's no fucking way he would have done it. He doesn't even know what her dosage is. Like, of course he didn't do it. Mm-hmm. You know, so I don't have to worry about." Because I almost said, like, "Well, did you give her medicine, or should I go ahead and give it to her?" And then I thought, there's no way. You know, like it's just all the little things. Yeah. It's the making sure Helen has her Ritalin and making sure their folders in their backpack to go to school, and they have their water bottle, and they have their doctor's appointments and their dentist appointments. And it's just stuff that our husbands just don't have to worry about.
This article goes on to say effects of mental load on a mother's health. 3 out of 5 working mothers say they still think of their offspring, husband, and housework while doing their day-to-day jobs. This comprises 69% of the women who say thinking of household responsibilities is creating mental load for them. Burdened by mental load, women are at higher risk of various health problems. Yeah, so
I believe it.
Women who work can't even leave it.
Honestly, I don't even work anymore, and I still can't handle it all.
Because you had to think about it so much when you were at work, right? Yeah. I mean, that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
It says, due to the overwhelming workload, psychiatric disorders are common among women. Moms caring for their offspring of varying ages, it's weird that we're calling them offspring, but that's fine, are at high risk for suffering depression. They have to meet and provide for the various needs of their children who are at various stages of development. Women experience more headaches than men because of hormonal imbalance, stress, and lack of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the things.
All the things.
And that is with a very supportive, involved husband who will do the dishes, who will he puts 2 of the 3 kids to bed every night because Collier's at his dad's. But like I handle Goldie, he handles Abe and Helen. It's great. I mean, I have a lot more support than my mom had, and it's still a lot.
Yeah.
And I look at some of my friends' husbands, and they're not as involved or not as helpful and supportive. And I remind myself how lucky I have it. And I still struggle with the mental health aspect. So it's hard.
Yeah.
Well, this article gives some tips.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
Yourself from mental load. Okay. Number 1, delegation of tasks. It says communication is key in every relationship. Have a conversation with your partner and discuss that this is both of yours family and life, and everyone should try to contribute to doing house chores as best they can. You can assign house tasks to your husband. Get your kids involved in age-appropriate chores. Make an organization system of delegating chores. Can I just say, the part that drives me crazy about this is they're like, you can delegate to your husband. Why do you have to delegate to your husband?
Right.
Yep.
Get yourself a man who like actively participates as 50% of the household.
Yeah.
I mean, it just drives me crazy that, and I see that all the time on TikTok, and I'm not a mom yet. So like, I know that it's hard for me. It's really easy for me to sit over here and be like, men need to try harder. Right. But I just think like, you don't need to have to tell your husband to empty the dishwasher.
No.
He should just be able to be like, oh, the dishwasher needs emptied. I'm going to go do it. Right. Or time for bath time. That doesn't mean just my wife's going to go spend the next 90 minutes getting our kids ready for bed. It's jump in and help. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
We're somewhere in between. I feel like Matt does need to be told a lot of just what needs to be done. And honestly, I think it's the male brain. It just thinks differently. It just thinks differently. They're not as proactive as women. Like they don't just look around and see what needs to be done and understand it. Or like we had this long conversation last night and I'm like, my head is constantly like, what's on the grocery list? What's happening tomorrow? What do the kids need? Like it doesn't shut off.
Yeah.
And I mean, his is just like, I'm pretty sure sometimes just like blank. Like, he's like playing Grand Theft Auto and all he's thinking about is Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. If I'm sitting there playing on my phone, I'm thinking about 100 things.
Yeah.
And that's just, I think there is research out there showing that men's brains they're just different than women's. And so they don't think, oh, the dishwasher needs to be unloaded. I'm going to unload it.
Yeah. I think you're 100% right. Because I mean, even though we don't have kids, Thor and I are the exact same way where like, he just does not see like, he will wait for the trash to be overflowing. And then I have to be like, can you take out the trash? Instead of just being like, the trash is getting
He has no issue taking it out. It's just that he like just didn't notice.
He didn't notice it until it's like falling over out of there. And and then he'll make some smart ass comment about like, I see you're playing Jenga again. And I'm like, God damn it, take the trash out. Like just take the trash out.
Matt very rarely will he get upset about me asking him to do something like he almost always
really doesn't either. Yeah,
the older kids the
he
bath.
just likes to give you shit about it.
Yeah, he does. He just makes like very poorly timed jokes.
Yeah,
like just take the trash out.
Yeah,
if I say
not the time right now.
I think the kids need a bath today. Like that's all I have to say. And then at some point that evening, Matt will take the older kids upstairs and give them a bath. But I also know he's not going to give Goldie a bath because he feels unsafe giving her a bath because she's so little still. So
see, and that was funny because Cliff always gave the kids when they were little. He took them in the shower with him when they were little bitty.
Easy peasy. Yeah.
Just took him in the shower with him, and and then it was like he'd holler at me, and I'd come in with a towel and wrap him up, and we'd go back. It was just easy when they were little. Yeah. And then as the girls got older, I mean, I don't know if Matt is like this, but Cliff started feeling uncomfortable. He's like, we're not going to do this. I can't. I don't feel like I should be doing this. I'm like, totally get it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So that part of it didn't bother me.
Yeah. I don't think we're at that age yet. Yeah. Like Helen's 5, almost 6, but we did finally, we're like, okay, Collier, you and Helen probably shouldn't take baths together anymore. Like, cause you're almost 10. And he doesn't, but now Abe and her take baths together most of the time. But Goldie has to take a bleach bath
because of her
eczema.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And so I don't even think Matt would know how to do that.
Yeah.
He also has some PTSD from firefighting and babies drowning, unfortunately, and being the person called on that. He just won't do it.
Yeah.
He won't he's given Goldie a bath once and it's because she barfed and I wasn't home. And she had to have one.
Yeah.
So, but I don't mind because he takes the older kids. I don't have to do that anymore. So
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, the next tip says setting aside time for self-care. Mothers are recognized as superwomen, but all superheroes have a weakness and you are no exemption. You're taking care of everyone, but who's taking care of you? Spare yourself some time every single day in your schedule for your me time. It gives no advice on how to make that happen.
You're right.
It just says like, hey, you should do that. You should
It's like when you have that extra 5 minutes, you're like, I'm going to go somewhere where nobody knows I'm at.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
They'll find you.
That is true. I mean, there's been times Cliff comes home from work and I'm sitting out in the barn and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just needed a minute.
Yeah, just hiding.
And he's like, do you want me to stay with you or do you want to? And I was like, you can do whatever you want. And then here comes the troops.
Yep.
And it's like, well, it's over now.
Yep.
But-
that was peaceful while it lasted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's literally nowhere that I can hide. They
You need
will,
a she shed.
even if I go sit on the patio,
Yeah, they'll find you.
they're out there.
Yep.
And I'm like, go in, you don't have shoes on. Like, go inside. You don't need to be out here with me. They follow me around. They're little ducklings.
Aw.
Okay, I have another fun article. This one's more fun, I feel like.
Okay.
This is from the Times of India, which I think is fun. And it's written by Vanita Darwa Nangia. I'm sure I butchered that. I'm sorry. But she wrote a fun article. So I thought in honor of Mother's Day, we would do this. So it's different facts about moms.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, first one says, motherhood changes a mom's brain. Studies have shown more gray matter in a mother's brain 4 months after the birth of her baby. Scientists believe that this is the result of hormones flooding the brain during pregnancy, just as teenage hormones lead to adolescent brain development.
Interesting.
So more gray matter, because you have so much more to worry about now. So like
Yeah.
your brain's getting
It's
bigger.
true.
Yeah.
At least it accommodates all those
Yeah.
additional duties.
Yep.
Kids help protect mom forever. Cells that are swapped between a mom and kids through the placenta stay in the mom's body for years.
That's weird.
Microchirism is the condition where a woman carries cells originating in her children, their DNA, decades after childbirth. Researchers say that these cells can help protect a woman against many kinds of cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and even protect the heart against some diseases.
Well, after 4 kids, I should live forever.
I think that's fantastic. I wonder if that's like a byproduct of like being the host growing the baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like of keeping the baby safe, and then they just stay and continue to provide health benefits.
It could be. I know. Maybe this article mentions it somewhere else, but like when you breastfeed, and if your kid is sick, your breast milk like changes.
Oh, to accommodate.
To like help.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Give like antibodies to help the kid get better. I'm probably not saying
I mean,
that right.
that's pretty magical.
Yeah.
It
Like,
really
how does your
is.
body know to do that? Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, here's a good one, Laura. I don't even know if I can say it with a straight face. Stress levels go down when you're a mom.
No, it says when near your mom.
That makes more sense. I was like,
Mine don't. It's my kids. My kids are less stressed when they're near
are
me.
less stressed when they're with you. That
Hence
makes more
the
sense to me.
ducklings.
Yeah.
Experiments have proved that just the mother's presence or even voice on the phone increases oxytocin and reduces cortisol levels, leading to a child calming down and even a teenager driving more responsibly. Studies show that 3-month-old babies and their mothers actually coordinate heart rhythms whenever the baby perceives the slightest show of affection from the mother, even a smile. This works both ways for moms too.
Oh,
I always felt
there you
better
go.
talking to my mom.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's like one of the first things I do when I log off of work for the night is call my mom. And like, I don't even talk to her about work so much as I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I just listen to her talk to me, and it like just makes me feel better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, that
Same.
Yeah, I miss that part.
Yeah.
But no, I did. I always felt better when I talked to my mom.
I think my husband is usually my first call if I'm like freaking out about something, but
Yeah.
my mom is always my
a
second.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's my first call. Sorry.
Well, you're
Sorry,
probably
Thor.
freaking out at Thor anyways, so. Just kidding.
Babies recognize their mother's voice even before birth. A study showed fetal hearts of babies beating faster when mothers read poems as compared to strangers reading those out. A mother's heartbeat and the sound of her voice helps the baby's brain grow even after birth. That's cute.
That is
I
cute.
love
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mothers can hear their babies cry much before anyone else can because of increased levels of oxytocin in the mother's brain after childbirth. This charges the manner in which auditory signals are processed, and she becomes more sensitive to the sounds of her baby.
Interesting.
Oh, so maybe all those guys who say I didn't hear the baby cry
Really didn't.
really didn't. I still think it's probably bullshit, but yeah, maybe.
It's a cop-out.
Yeah.
Babies named mothers. She's an English mom, a Chinese Spanish mama, an Icelandic mama, Hebrew Vietnamese mi, and an India ma. All variations of the first word a baby vocalizes, the ma sound.
That's not accurate. At my house.
I think both my girls said dada first.
Oh, that's all Goldie says.
Oh.
She's what, like 15 months old, I think. And literally since she was probably 8 months old.
Da, da, da,
Da, da, da, da, da. And she has inflection. Like, it's like she's talking, but just saying the da sound. And now she's added in a couple other things. She says, uh-oh. And at school, she's apparently said thank you. But I'll be damned if she says mama. She does not. And it's purposeful because she'll go da 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 da. And I say, oh no, I'm not da da, I'm mama. Say mama, and she just looks at me and goes da da.
Oh, that's funny. So my mom, when we were babies, it was really important to her. Like it was a competition. Like it was important to her that her kids said mama first, and she would put her lips over ours and say mama.
Or to teach them like the mouth movement. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did it
Interesting.
work?
I have no idea. I assume it did. I don't know. Honestly, I just remember hearing that story and being like, that's like a crazy thing to do. But yeah, it makes sense now. So maybe that's what you
And they mimic.
Like, yeah.
I'm teaching Goldie more, like by, tapping your fingers together.
Yeah.
And she kind of does it.
Yeah.
I don't know that she knows it means more, but she mimics me. Yeah. But she's just a little shit, and she refuses to say mama.
She's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, she is. She absolutely is. Because she won't she won't say it for her teachers. She won't say it for me.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Kids grow up warmer towards mothers who have not been too bossy. A mom who has not been too controlling has a better relationship with her grown children than one who has tightly controlled their kids' activities.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that too. I feel like I'm probably really controlling. But my mom wasn't.
But you need to have a little bit
It's
of
a
control.
balance.
It is a balance because you don't want to just be their friend.
Right.
There has to be that mom boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am your friend, but I'm your mom first, and you're going to listen to what I say, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. Yeah, there definitely has to be that boundary, but yeah.
I guess I really don't control their activities. I don't tell them what to do, really. Matt would tell you I have no control, actually. Yesterday, he was mad that I let them set up a store in the living room, like pull all their toys out to make them for sale. And I was like, well, I'm so sorry. I spent the last hour picking beads up off the floor that they spilled. And so I was not watching that they were setting up a store because I was picking up the beads. Like, I don't know what you want from me. There's
Go
one of
shop
me.
in the damn store and leave me alone.
Yeah. Go buy all the shit and put it away.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Let them sell it, and then we can put it away.
Yeah.
Oh, the last one is exactly what you were talking about, Lauren. Mothers produce antibodies specific to babies' needs.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Even as the baby contracts viruses or bacteria, a mother's body kicks into action and provides real-time immunity, passing immunity-boosting compounds through breast milk. Researchers explain that the baby's saliva is sucked into the mother's nipple as it feeds, and the spit backwash, well, this is gross, informs the mom's body of the baby's immunity status. Another explanation is that while kissing her baby, she picks up pathogens that are about to invade her child. Then her body produces antibodies that the baby needs and passes these on through her milk. That's interesting, isn't it?
That is interesting.
Science is amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The woman's body is amazing.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, we will post both of these on our Facebook page, obviously, and we want to hear from you guys. Tell us your cool mom facts, or tell us just little snippets about you and your kids, or you and your mom and your relationship together. I think we'd love to hear all of that as we celebrate this Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's that sound?
That is the Hot Mess Express.
Pulling into the station.
Here it comes.
I love this. The headline reads, this is from newsky.com, and the headline reads, child driving stolen forklift hits truck and 10 cars during police chase in Michigan.
What?
It's just another feel good, at least you didn't do this moment as a parent. Read it to us, Amanda.
So a 12-year-old boy driving a stolen forklift truck led police in the U.S. on an hour-long chase and hit about 10 parked cars during their pursuit. The truck, equipped with forklift and weighing up to 35,000 pounds, was stolen from outside a middle school in Ann Arbor, Michigan, using a key found in the cab, the city's police department said. Police were called to the school around 6:45 p.m. on Saturday and later found the boy driving down a street without the truck's headlights on. With emergency lights and sirens on, officers pursued the vehicle at 15 to 20 miles per hour, the Ann Arbor Police Department said. This was a very dangerous situation that could have easily ended with serious injuries, the force added. The incident remains an active and ongoing criminal investigation. In the footage released by police of the pursuit, an officer can be heard urging the boy to pull over now and saying he's lowering the hooks, as well as warning a colleague not to go in front of the forklift. Nobody was injured in the incident, police say. Officers stopped the pursuit about 7:20 p.m. The Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office picked up the pursuit until just before 8 o'clock when the child stopped driving. The boy, whose identity was not released because he is a minor, was taken into custody Saturday night and put in juvenile detention center.
Nice.
Can you even imagine getting that phone call?
No.
And when I first saw the headline, I was picturing like a forklift, like the type you see in like a warehouse.
No, like this is like the big like driving.
This is like a truck with like a crane on.
Yeah.
There's a video, so we'll post it in the Facebook group. But that was honestly, it was probably just a bunch of kids playing around the school, and they're like, "Hey,
yep,
what's this?" And of course, it was unlocked because the keys were in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
what kind of future does that kid have? That's what I want to know. Where are his parents? Where's his mother?
Where's his mom? Yeah,
she's mortified.
She's probably home cooking dinner.
Yeah, I mean, mortified.
I can't wait till we read the Hot Mess Express one day and it's about Helen.
And we'll be like, where is that mother?
Sorry, I was podcasting. I didn't catch her doing that.
Okay, well, at least this week, you probably weren't the mom of this kid who stole that forklift. So, give yourself a little grace. You're doing amazing. You're a great mom. And we hope everybody has a wonderful week.
Thank you so much.
We look forward to interacting with you guys in the Facebook group. And tell us what topics you want to hear from next.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.